My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with my fill-in co-host in his final appearance of the summertime, the one and only Paparazzi. What's going on, Poppy?
Not too much. Very happy to be here. Happy to entertain the fans, and thank you for the support, guys.
Well, I don't know if you've been entertaining the fans, have you?
I've been trying.
Anyway, buddy, you've been doing a fantastic job. As you know, this is your final fill-in, and by the way, you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
All bullshit aside, I love you sitting here with me. You know your shit about sports. I love getting your stats and this, that, and the other. As you know, though, summertime is over.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final summertime vacation. As you know, football season's here next week, and there's no more time to fuck around. We're going to get into that into the show. I'm going to give out an APB, because the last thing that I'm going to stand for this season is some guy calling me in week 2, telling me I signed up with this guy for $100. I'm down $9,000. I got $600 left. Can you help me, Steve? The answer is no. Okay, I don't want you to cheat yourself. I want you to treat yourself this season, and I'm going to make sure we get into that. But anyway, welcome back to the VIP Sports Podcast, coming live and direct from Las Vegas in our state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our good friends over there at BetQL. BetQL is our new sponsor. They're the ones that are giving us the opportunity for the beautiful studio. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to make more money betting sports than you've ever imagined. If you're just tuning into the VIP Sports Podcast, the VIP Sports Podcast is all about sports betting. It's a runoff of my show, Money Talks, that I had on CNBC. As you know, I made history with a TV show called Money Talks. I'm the only sports consultant in the history of sports betting to ever have a primetime television show about sports betting. I'm documented 72%, deal with the biggest sports bettors in the world, and I have the formula for success. So this show is to take amateur sports bettors that never bet before, show you guys the lingo, show you the traps, and show you how to make more money betting sports than you do at your own job. And it's also for the experienced sports bettor who thinks they know it all, that goes into the season, buries himself, and then calls me around week 3 to help you as well. Remember, I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm a bookie killer. No different than a sports consultant. I'm selling information, I'm selling tips, no different than a stockbroker. But one thing about me, I deal with players, coaches, and CEOs. I show you how to get the money. So if you're just tuning in, you won't find any more sports betting information, you won't find more winners, and you won't find documented evidence to beat the book like you do on this podcast right here. I give you information every single week. I give you 5-6 tips on what to take. We hit 70-80% every week. Am I lying?
You're not lying. I mean, if these guys have been tuning in the last bunch of weeks, you've been giving them tons of nuggets, whether it be overs, unders, teams. We've been on fire, guys. So if you've been listening to this podcast, you've definitely been making money, and there's no better guy in the industry than this guy right here.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's August 23rd, 2018, podcast number 180.
Amazing.
We're going to be celebrating 200 like there's no tomorrow. You can guarantee that, guys. We're going to be pumping it the fuck up. The podcast comes to you every Thursday by our boys over there at BetQL, Paperhead.com, and our boys over there at BetOnline.ag. I know I'm getting a lot of phone calls lately. Guys, don't call me. Don't call my office. I know this is the time of the year where why does everybody wait until football season's here to want to do anything?
I'm not sure. I mean, football obviously is the biggest sport when they want to go, but there's opportunities all year round.
But I'm just saying, I've been telling people, if you want to advertise with my podcast, go to advertising, blah, 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 call me throughout the season. I've been telling people, football's going to be here soon. Let's make a bankroll. Why does everybody wait till the last minute every fucking season?
I don't know, but to be on your team, they should definitely get in.
Advertising opportunity. You're watching and listening to the podcast. You own a small business. You work at a company interested in getting involved in the booming sports betting industry. Send us an email to advertising@VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you on all the details how to become a sponsor of the show. Now, before we get into the show today, look, I'm dropping microphones around this motherfucker. That's how excited I am, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into the show today, I want to go over, I have an Amber Alert and an APB to you clients. I want you to understand one thing. All of my clients, all of my people that have been with us, they've got a bankroll built. Every one of them is going to football season playing with the bookies' money instead of their own. Can you say the same fucking thing? Do me a favor, man. Don't lie to me and don't lie to your fucking self. Casinos aren't doing hundreds of millions of dollars because you people are winning. I can tell you that right now. Sports betting is one of the hardest fucking things to conquer, and I've done it, period. I want to let you guys know out there, don't wait until it's too late. Don't fucking sign up for some guy's cheap-ass $100 service that's going to cost you $10,000. I can't tell you how many times people call me in week number 2, Steve, I signed up with this guy for $500. I'm down $20,000. I got $1,000 left. Can you help me get my $20,000 back? No. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Cheap things aren't good, and good things aren't cheap. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. This is going to be the biggest year you've ever had. There's more money to be made in sports betting than you could possibly ever imagine. There's not another investment, dope dealing, stock market, anything that can, Bitcoin, anything that can make you the profit that sports betting can. And I don't want you guys to call me before it's too late. I want to make sure that you call me early in the season, you let me build a bankroll, and we start breaking people off. Because like I said, all of my clients are going in the season playing with the bookies' money. I mean, if you can say that for yourself, God bless you, but I know you can't. I want to be the one that helps you, so here's what I'm going to fucking do. I'm going to run a 7-day promotion, the last promotion that I'm going to do. Then you're going to have to deal with Skip next week and take advantage of the guys in the room. I'm going to give you one more week to build a bankroll. I'm going to give you 7 days of my owner selections. Remember, these are my fucking plays. These aren't handicap games, statistical games, games that might come in. I'm talking absolute blowout fucking winners. Games that'll be over in the 5th inning. Those are the type of games you like, right? I mean, you do like making money, right? Great. Well, then here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to run you 7 days of my owner selections for a $100 fucking bill. Wow. If you don't have a $100 bill to call me and spend with me for 7 days to try me out, to see what I'm about, to show you the type of bankroll that I could build for you, then shame on you. Turn off this podcast and eat a dick. This podcast is strictly to make you fucking money. That's why I get on here every week to help you guys. I mean, yeah, I make a tremendous amount of money. Yeah, I'm blessed to have 6 figures in sponsors. Yeah, I'm blessed to have that room over there do millions of dollars in business. But I do this for you. This is a $1 trillion industry, and there's enough money for everybody. Remember, it's not you and I against each other. It's you and I against the fucking bookie. How many fucking times have you dealt with these fucking services that charge you $50, $100, $80, and it costs you fucking $10,000? Cheap things aren't good, good things aren't cheap. You come to Vegas, you get a fucking hooker. You can spend $3,000 at Caesar's Palace, where she wants you to have 2 rubbers on, and she's an ex-playmate. Or you can spend $50, get a Boulder Highway hoe, end up with HIV and herpes on your dick. Do not be the herpes on the dick type guy. Be the guy that's over there spending the top money, getting results. You don't want to die. You don't want to lose your money, and you don't want to go bankrupt over not knowing any information. So remember, before you spend that $100 or $200 and get buried, make sure you take advantage of my promotion. 7 days of owner selections. Build your bankroll one more time for a $100 bill. Fair enough?
Fair enough. I mean, you said it for a long time. Disciplined money management, and it costs money to make money.
Hey, there's no more bullshit, guys. Like I said, this is the final summertime promotion. It's back to collared shirts, Louis Vuitton shoes, and pounding motherfuckers out like there's no tomorrow. Winning more games for people than you could possibly ever fucking imagine. Going over and beyond what you thought was possible. I'm talking about getting games bigger than Khloe Kardashian's camel toe. And you know how big that motherfucker is.
I do, because I've shot her a million times.
Well, you could park a boat in that motherfucker. Shout out to her, you know what I mean? A lot of people love those pictures on the beach of her with her booty out there. To me, it's fucking disgusting. So, but a lot of people like it. God bless you, sweetie. That booty looks like something from outer space.
Yes.
And it would take an NBA player to like something like that. You know what I mean?
I do.
A normal white boy like myself, you got to have 6 inches of dick just to get past the ass. So you got to have a 15-inch dick just to get 4 inches of dick in her.
I think so.
Yeah, well, that ain't me, sweetheart. Not to mention, I don't like it anyway. But shout out to everybody out there for the new season. This is the last show of me fucking around, bringing in some co-hosts and guests. It's right back down to business next week. We've been interviewing a couple correspondent co-hosts that we're going to talk about bringing on and do our thing. Today's show, we're going to do a little preview. We got a little bit of golf information out here in Sin City. Got Tiger Woods playing Phil Mickelson, which is going to be fucking outrageous. 2 boss fucking players, and we're going to get into that in a second. They're letting them gamble on the course.
That is going to be amazing.
Well, those are two guys that like to gamble more than any motherfuckers you'll ever meet in your fucking life.
And where did they put the match? Right out here in Las Vegas.
Goddamn right. Well, the good news is they're going to give the money to charity, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But you let two guys start making bets, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch on TV. I love it. You know, sports betting becoming legal is opening all these type of doors. You know, like Michael Jordan, back when he was, I mean, he's still the god. I'm just saying, but when he was the god in his prime and still playing, he had to watch his gambling on the golf course. It almost fucking was a part of bringing him down. It played a big role in his divorce, why his wife got hundreds of fucking millions of dollars. So now that sports betting's legal, you know, people can go to the course, smoke a cigar, bet your buddy $10,000 a hole, and everyone can shut the fuck up about it.
I agree.
You know, it's not the devil or they're gambling or blah, blah. Gambling is something people have been doing since the beginning of time. It was no different than marijuana. People were betting trillions of dollars anyway. Now we've just kept the money in the United States instead of sending it offshore. Congratulations, America. You finally woke the fuck up and done what I've told you was going to happen over the last 10 years. Yes or no?
Yes.
Go back to my first podcast. I've been talking about the legalization of sports betting throughout the whole entire thing. That's what this podcast is all about, legalization of sports betting. I told you what was going to happen, and it's happened, and it's going to get a lot bigger. We're going to give you the results of last week's podcast, which we already do. Remember, your pay, my gray for your fucking payday. And believe me, I've been turning gray like a motherfucker, and I have been getting paid as well. Huh, Bobby?
Yes.
There's a reason why I haven't been shaving. Because I've been running around collecting money non-fucking stop. I don't have time. When you got clients to pick up at the airport, this guy wants to go here, this guy's cashing in here. It's just a matter of not how much you're going to get. When's the day going to over?
Is it one of those hockey playoff beard things? Or?
Nah, fuck no. I'll shave this motherfucker off tonight.
All right, we'll see.
Surprising stat of the week we're going to go over. Major League segment, entertainment news, quick college football talk. We'll talk about head coach, what happened to Meyer. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this time of the year, there's a bunch of fraud. Remember, VIP Sports doesn't email. We don't fucking text blast. We don't do any of that. There's people out there imitating us. If you get a phone call saying Skip wanted me to call you, blah, 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 that's bullshit. If you want to make sure that it's us, call us, 877-220-6540. Yes, I do have a sales room, and people do call you from VIP Sports, but you make sure that that phone number is 877-220-6540. Do not be fooled for any imitators. I've had calls left and right lately of people sending emails and portraying to be VIP Sports,
yes,
portraying to be the skipper, portraying to be me. That's not the fucking case. People call us. You make sure that you don't get fooled. If you're just looking for a free pick, go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size shapes of sports bettors. If your guy's sitting on your couch in college smoking a joint, I think I'm going to call or whatever for like a free pick because my buddy lets me bet, don't call me, dude, okay? This is a sports betting corporation. The only reason why you would be calling me is because you've never done this before, so you want a free play to see if it wins, so then you can spend money the next day and get involved. I'm not here for you to learn sports. I'm not here for you to answer your fucking questions. I'm the #1 sports consultant in the world, so if you have a sports betting account and you need a guy to fucking bury your bookie, I'm the guy. Remember, they don't call me Bookie Killer for nothing. They don't call me El Scorcho in these fucking streets because I'm not hot as a pistol. I get that fucking money. That you can take to the bank. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
That's true.
Come and get it. You're watching this podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. When you click and subscribe the button, make sure you hit that little bell as well. That way you get alerted to all the notifications that I'm doing. Motivation 101.
Sports Betting 101.
Sports Betting 101. We're going to be doing the Rolls Royce cams.
All our past podcast episodes and Money Talks episodes for those who haven't seen it.
Abso-fucking-lutely. So we appreciate all your comments. We read every one of them. Skip does too. You guys keep asking where Skip is. I've told you 100 times. Skip is in the sales room getting higher training and motivating his sales team to get ready for the new season. He will be back with us. He will be back talking shit. That's my man for life. That's my family member. But we make millions of dollars on that side of the camera. And, you know, it's my job to come in here and spit this shit to you. You guys have been watching us for a long time. And sports betting has got way too big for you guys to let these bookies take your goddamn money. Let's show these bookies who the fuck is the boss. Fair enough? Anyway, like I said, if you're regularly listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, or Pocket Cast, we will be announcing a new partner for the return of the VIP Sports podcast to those platforms next week. I want to give a shout out to Podcast One. You guys were actually the worst fucking system I've ever dealt with. Now that I'm not signed with you anymore, you guys can eat my fucking dick. You guys stole my money. You took my sponsor money, and you didn't do nothing for me. You're scared of me. You don't know how to handle a fucking Howard Stern of the sports business. You don't know how to handle a white 50 Cent of the sports consultant business, and you can eat a dick. Like I said, my shit is organic. I do what I want. It's my fucking channel, and I got people paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to listen and watch. But one thing I'll never sell out to, I'll never buy fake views. I'll never buy fake likes, because I'm a real motherfucker. And I'm from the fucking streets, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you fucking paid, win, lose, or fucking draw. If I got to put a fucking uniform on, paint my face, put on a helmet, get in the fucking game, that's what I'm going to do. And a guy like me is who you want in your corner, a guy that's willing to die for this shit and do whatever it takes to get you paid. Remember, my gray, for what?
Their pay.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Vegas golf match, paparazzi. What do we got going here?
We got Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson at Shadow Creek Golf Course here in Las Vegas.
Which, by the way, I played twice. Shout out to Kiko. Shout out to Mark DeGregory out there. Shout out to Brennan out there farting nonstop from the fucking Blizzo. Go ahead.
How did Steve Stevens do on that course? Is it tough?
Yeah, it's a very tough course. It's one of the toughest courses out there. See, one thing about me, I am a very, very good golfer. I just don't like the sport. I played it for years. I was in junior golf, very, very good. I play about 11, 12 holes, then I'm on the tequila, Patron, and marijuana. By the time I get on 18, I'm shit-faced, and you never know what's going to happen. I can either go home, stay focused, or call the dealer at that point. Golfing is like a big outing for me. It's not just running out to the course a little bit, hitting the links, and getting home for dinner. You know, I go to the golf course, it seems like an event. You know, it's beautiful for the first holes. Get out there, relax, really good. But, 9 holes, I probably shot 7 over.
Not too bad.
Not too fucking bad. I'm not a bad golfer. Normal golf, I'm 86,
Not too bad.
87, 88 all day fucking long. I play good. I could play 9 holes and shoot 5 over if I'm really killing it. You know what I mean?
I know Michael Jordan, he has his celebrity golf tournament there because I've shot it. So I've hung out with Brett Hull and some other celebrities over there.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Shadow Creek's a phenomenal course. So what do we got going with Phil and Tiger?
So Thanksgiving weekend, they are going to have the much anticipated, which probably would have been better 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, no doubt.
Between them. But it's going to be a match play. It's $9 million. It's going to be televised on pay-per-view. People are asking, how can we get tickets? They haven't announced if people will actually be able to go to the course and view it or not. I hope they can, especially us being here in Vegas.
Well, with security, I can tell you right now, that's not the type of course that's letting people in. If you guys don't know who Shadow Creek is, you can't come out here and play Shadow Creek whenever you feel like it. Can't come out and play a couple $100 and get on the course, period. If you're blessed enough to get invited to the course, I think it's, $800?
It's expensive, I know that.
It's like $800 a round, something like that. But like I said, pricing hasn't been set. The most interesting part about the match is that Mickelson and Woods are allowed to make side bets during the fucking match. Now, this is what's going to bring the excitement. See, sports betting becoming legal, podcasts like myself, guys like myself that ran this podcast to support legalization of gambling. This is why all this shit's able to happen and be national and no one get in trouble. 4 years ago, if you told Tiger and Phil that they were going to go bet on a course, they'd be scared to motherfucking, you ain't getting me in trouble. I ain't going out there betting on no motherfucking TV.
That's right.
This is shit they've been doing, though, for years, guys.
Phil was also in trouble with a professional gamble out here in Vegas.
Yeah, Billy Walters. He's got a case. Shout out to Billy Walters. That's still in the feds. Keep your head up, man. But they got cigarettes in the feds, so Billy's fine. He's just in there chain smoking, picking fucking games. He's probably making more money in jail than he did outside.
Probably booking. That's true. But
oh, no, he ain't booking. That
No.
motherfucker's got big money. As long as he has a phone, he's calling in games. He's just like me. He's calling in games. That's all I did when I, camp fed. But like I said, the good news is that they're allowed to make side bets during the match, which, by the way, all the money in those bets will go to charity.
So that's a good thing.
If you're wondering what the line is, Tiger Woods minus $1.80, Phil Mickelson plus $1.50. To you guys out there, sports fan, golf fans, is that line correct?
What do you think?
Well, I know this. Here's how I'm going to base it. Phil Mickelson slowed down a little bit, but he's still focused. He's still a family man. He still knows how to fucking play under pressure. Tiger, we all know he's had major problems. However, Tiger's made a complete 360, or should I say 180. He's back to having 15 hoes out on the yacht. He's back to partying. I can't speculate because I would never put words in somebody's mouth. He might be eating a Laura tab or two. He might be drinking a little alcohol. We know he's fucking the women, and his game has came back tremendously.
It has lately.
Don't forget, this was who Tiger was before he got caught and the public fucked him over and his wife fucking threw the golf club through the fucking Cadillac truck. You
That's
know what
right,
I mean?
yeah.
Tiger used to love his partying. He used to love the girls. And then white America got a hold of him and fucking assaulted him. And it fucked his head up.
It did.
Golf is the most strategic and hardest head game you could possibly ever imagine. They fucked his head up. But now that Tiger's head's a little bit cloudy again with the hose closed, I don't know. The line's too high yet.
I agree.
It should be Tiger minus $1.20 just to draw people in to bet Tiger. Should be a legitimate head-up match here. Tiger is not better than Phil. Right now, they're probably dead even. Anyone can win this. Obviously, who's the bigger name for money? Tiger Woods.
Right.
Like I said, Tiger Woods is no different than Mike Tyson after he got knocked out. He could still come back and fight and sell every fucking thing out no matter what. So he has that name. Tiger Woods is the seller here. That's why they made him $1.80. It's going to be an even match. I can't wait to watch it.
Me too.
Let's do a little recap of last week, sponsored by our boys over there at BetQL. We are excited to announce a brand new partnership with BetQL. Do you want to get an edge on today's billion-dollar sports betting industry? BetQL gives you the powerful data at your fingertips, and its only mobile app that puts you all the research you'll need in one place. With BetQL, you can easily access line movements, public betting trends, historical matchup data, and other key information all in real time. Calculate returns on your picks and track them throughout the day using BetQL's cutting-edge technology. And best of all, you can download BetQL for free using your Apple or Android device today. Head to betql.co to download the only app you need this football season. That's betql.co, made by the creators of RotoQL, the leading daily fantasy lineup optimizer trusted by DFS players around the world. Shout out to our boys over there at BetQL.
Great sponsor.
Let's do some results of last week's podcast for you guys that, once again, if you followed my show, you're making more money with me than you possibly could with anybody else. Results on Friday following last Thursday's podcast. Poppy, you ready?
I'm ready.
Red Sox won. Write that down. We told you to bet Red Sox. The Yankees won 7-5 over Toronto. We told you to bet the A's. The A's won 4-3 versus Houston. And Cleveland barely won, but they won 2-1 against Baltimore. The Phillies went under. The Astros went under. The Marlins lost. Kansas City lost.
Shocking.
The only teams that didn't come through were our two teams, Cincy and Milwaukee, who both went under. And Detroit went over, by the way, by a half a run. So even in the games we're losing by a half a run on some bullshit. If you're keeping score to all you fucking haters out there that say this sports betting show, listen, I'm going to tell you one more time. This fucking podcast gives you more winners and more sports betting winners against the spread than any show in the world. Any show on ESPN, any show that goes over every matchup, I only give you 6 or 7 games and I hit 80% every fucking week. What else do you want from free? What else do you want for free? There's not. I want you to find another show that gives out information and wins the way I do, and I'll give you $10,000 fucking dollars. I guarantee you can't.
They'll never find that.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're keeping score at home, ladies and gentlemen, that's a result of 8-3 for VIP Sports last week.
Who doesn't want
that?
that?
Out of the 11 games I told you to bet, 8 wins and 3 losses. So if you're betting $1,000 a game, you want to do the math for him, Paparazzi?
Pick up almost 5 Gs.
You picked up right at $5,000 for free. So you pick up $5,000 last week for free from my podcast. The week before, you pick up $7,000. Yeah, this podcast isn't any good for sports betting, huh, guys? Turn that shit off.
Yep.
That's Steve Stevens. I don't like his Rolex watches. Fuck his Rolls Royce, his cute family and all that shit. Fuck him. I don't like him, huh? Guys, I don't give a fuck if you like my clothes. I don't give a fuck if you don't like my car. I don't give a fuck if you don't like my watch. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. But you can't dislike my fucking games and winners.
Can't argue with the guy who gives this out
I will
to you.
make you more money betting sports than anybody in the fucking world. I don't want you to like me. I'm not trying to fuck you. I don't want to be your best friend. I don't want to hang out with you every day. All I want to do is make you money. Like I said, and if our business relationship turns into a personal friendship, well, so be it. But all I want to do is make you money. Would you rather a nice guy that tells you whatever you want to hear and loses for you, or a dickhead that wins? Would you rather a guy that tells you how it is that wins for you, or a guy that's going to rub your back and lose for you?
I'd rather a guy make me a second income.
Guys,
personally.
men lie, Women lie, but numbers fucking don't. Go rewind our podcast. 80% out of 20 fucking games over the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
You ain't doing that. You're not going into the season playing with the bookies' money. I know you're fucking not. I am. All my clients are. Take advantage of that promotion. 877-220-6540, a $100 bill, 7 days of owner selections. You'll never get that again. Wake the fuck up to get your cake up. Fair enough?
Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself.
I love it. 8-3 last week off free plays, ladies and gentlemen. That's against the spread, too. That wasn't talk about 30 games and then come back this podcast and only clip out the 8 winners. We gave you 11 games and 8 of them fucking won. VIP Sports Stat of the Week, Poppy. Talk to me about the president of MGM Racing Sports.
Well, Jay Root over there, president of MGM, says that the Cleveland Browns are the only liability right now at a sports book. There are more bets on the Browns right now to win the AFC North than the other 3 teams combined, says the sportsbook manager. For Caesars Palace, as he told ESPN, only the Raiders and the Steelers have more bets to win the AFC than the Browns. The public likes the Browns right now, and I'm not exactly sure why. I think I do have a clue why. The Browns are 7-1 right now at Caesars books to win the AFC North and 20-1 to win the AFC Championship. Mr. Stevens, you want to let them know why?
Well, I can tell you fucking why. I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you the fucking answer. Everybody in Cleveland's so excited about Baker Mayfield. I mean, he's a young stud. I love the way he talks shit. I love his fucking game. I love everything about him. He's the great white hype. However, the motherfucker ain't even starting.
It's amazing.
Listen, only the Raiders and the Steelers have more bets to win the AFC than the Cleveland fucking Browns. What does that tell me? That the Cleveland Brown fans love to bet, and you guys need to call me. Instead of worrying about betting on your shitty fucking team and losing, I'm going to tell you who to bet on while you go to the game, root for your team to win, and I'll make your money on another fucking team. How's that sound? I won't go against your team, but I'll show you how to get money betting on another team while you attend the Cleveland game.
Yeah, they can get their money back by calling you, definitely with the promotion. This is a team that was 0-16 last year. It's great they're on Hard Knocks. It's great they've signed some veterans. Tyrod Taylor's the starter. Jarvis Landry's a great receiver. However, this team was 0-16 last year. There's no way in hell this team's winning the Super Bowl or their division. Great. I hope Baker Mayfield has a great season.
No, I'm going to go on record and tell you, there's no fucking way they're winning their fucking division, and they will not win the Super Bowl, or I will shut VIP Sports the fuck down.
There you go.
That is a fucking fact. You want to think if I know about sports? Well, I just gave you 2 predictions that I'm guaranteeing, okay? Here's the thing, though. The public always likes an underdog. As you know, Floyd Mayweather, one of my great fucking friends. I've known Floyd for 20-something odd years now when he came out here to Las Vegas. You know how many naysayers I had to hear of every fight betting the underdog? Yeah. And a lot of them just truly weren't going against Floyd personally. A lot of people just like the dog. Unfortunately, when the favorite is my dog fighting in the fight, my homeboy, fuck you. Because, you know what I mean? You don't take the dog in anywhere. But anyway, public likes the Browns, dude. And I'm not sure why.
I think it's part Hard Knocks on HBO.
Correct.
And Baker Mayfield, it's a good story.
It is a great story.
But you can't bet your money on them.
The Browns are 7-1 at Caesars book to win the AFC. And 20 to win the AFC Championship.
They will win a game or two, though, this season.
Yeah.
I think they'll be much improved, but they're not winning their division or championship.
No, they're not. I'm telling you right now that the Raiders and the Steelers will rate higher than the Cleveland Browns in that division.
I agree.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a nice little baseball, who's hot, who's not, because after all, we're still building bankrolls for football, but there's no more clowning around and fucking around. College football's here. If you're too late, shame on you, like I said. If you're not going into the fucking season playing with your bookies' money, I'm giving you one last week to get that opportunity to build your bankroll. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to call me in week 2 and 3 and fucking cry and complain. I've told you this once, and I'll tell you again. Cheap things aren't good and good things aren't cheap. You spend $500 for a season with some guy that text messaged you or some guy that doesn't know a fucking thing on sports and he costs you $10,000. I'm telling you right now, don't call me in week 3 and tell me you got $500 left, I can help you. Don't make the mistake these other motherfuckers do. Treat yourself, don't treat yourself. Don't you think there comes a time where you deserve to shine? This is going to be your biggest year yet, and I'm going to fucking make sure of it. We're going to come into what's hot, what's not when we come back right after the break. What? do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast, the #1 sports betting podcast in the fucking business. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer. They call me El Scorcho on the streets. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. Just don't call me broke. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a little bit of what hot and what's not in baseball. As you know, Major League Baseball right now is very tricky. There's a lot of fucking minus $2. There's 40% of the games on the board, minus 230, minus 240. Everybody's getting greedy, taking the run line, and losing their fucking ass. If you tell me that you're making gigantic money on your own betting baseball right now, you're a liar. You can lie to me, but just don't lie to yourself.
You got to be careful because you got teams that are playoff contenders and teams that have different motivations bringing kids up from the minors, and you don't know how good some of these kids are.
Correct. And there's plenty other elements that go into that as well. But we're going to get into the Major League Baseball Civic, which is brought to you by our boys over there at Paperhead, paperhead.com. We're just a few weeks away from the start of the NFL regular season. Every year, over $90 billion is wagered on NFL alone. It's time for you to start cashing in and making a serious profit using Paperhead.com's player management software. Built by a team of experts with unparalleled experience and knowledge of the sports betting industry, Paperhead's tools will help you grow your profits the whole season long. And today, our friends at Paperhead.com want to hook up you before the NFL season starts. So here's what they're going to do. They offered me the opportunity to give my fans exclusive access to their best deal yet. Call 888-978-0288 right now and get their prime package for just $3 per head. That's a savings of nearly 75% off the regular price. And now it's a perfect time to get your new business started. So stop wasting time, start cashing in on this billion-dollar industry. Give Paperhead.com a call today. 888-978-0288. Tell them Steve Stevens, and fuck it, tell them Paparazzi sent you.
Hell yeah.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into who's hot. Now, every podcast, I go into this segment, and I give you guys golden nuggets. I wouldn't even call them golden nuggets anymore. They're like golden fucking boulders.
It's just free money.
Gold bars.
Yes.
I'm giving them gold bars, not gold fucking leaps. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You guys are getting chunks of fucking gold. Anyway, for you guys out there that are too scared to spend $100 or spend $10,000 to come deal with the big, you oil tycoons out there, you real estate investors, you guys out there that have a little $10,000 bankroll, let me show you how to turn $10,000 into $40,000 in 2 weeks. You guys out there that have a $50,000 bankroll, let me show you how to make $500,000 over 3 months in this football season. You have my word. There's nobody out there that can do what I can do for you. I will flip your fucking bankroll like a world-class gymnast. That you could take to the bank. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to all you other people out there, college students, guys sipping syrup, smoking weed, sitting on your fucking couch, guys that just love the podcast or whatever, Steve, you're crazy, man. The pimps out there, the dope dealers. Man, Steve, you crazy as a motherfucker, man. I'm a dope dealer. I ain't got no money, but I love your show. Well, what'd you call me for? Call me if you want to get that fucking bread. I love that you love me, but like I said, you got to love money. If you love me, you love money.
There's not other guys in the industry who have people like Floyd Mayweather walking in, who have
the richest athletes in the world, you mean?
Guys who are on CNBC, guys who have studios like this. There's tons and tons and tons of guys on social media that are fake that want to be you.
Hold on. There's probably 50,000 wannabe handicappers. Yes. They don't even have an office.
Correct.
They're text messaging out of their house. They don't have one picture. Guys, all you scammers out there, put a fake picture of a client up at least this year, would you? Instead of your fake Instagram posts on a computer and your fake little paragraphs, at least put a picture of your brother on there and act like it's a client or something. At least come to Vegas one time for the year and buy a real ticket and put that on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do something legitimate.
Change the game up a little bit. But guys, to all you other people out there, don't be fooled by the bullshit. You oil tycoons, you guys out there that are making money out there, let me show you how to turn 50,000 into $250,000. I guarantee you I'll make you more money than your money's making you in the stock market, and I'll put my money where our fucking mouth is. Will you? Anyway, who's hot right now? Colorado fucking Rockies. 9-2 in their last 11 games. Those weed-smoking, high-elevated motherfuckers.
They are on fire. They've won 2 in a row against San Diego. 9-2. Actually, I believe they've won 6 in a row. 9-2 their last 11. They play in baseball's toughest division, the NL West, with the Dodgers and Arizona. They're a half game back of first place Arizona, a couple games ahead of the Dodgers. And after the Padres series, they go and they host St. Louis. It's going to be a hot battle. Is St. Louis the other hottest team in baseball? Unless you call VIP Sports Las Vegas, I don't know if you're going to be on the right side. You got to call this guy.
There ain't a chance in the world. Everybody knows Padres are a horrible team. Cincinnati's a horrible team. But you never know when the Padres are going to flare up like a hemorrhoid. Padres are no different than a fucking hemorrhoid. These motherfuckers will flare up out of nowhere. It seems like in every series they give the fucking other team a loss.
Correct.
They're supposed to be the worst team, but when they're minus plus $2, they'll catch a win. You know what I mean?
Correct.
If you don't know what you're doing, this could be a very, very tricky fucking series. You would look at it like Colorado pounds them 9-2 with the momentum. However, maybe you should be looking at a total. Call 877-220-6540. I'll show you how to get paid. Hands down, though, 9-2. People trying to get money. 9-2 in their last 11 games. Guys, you're picked up 7 units if you bet the Colorado Rockies on every one of their games the last game.
Yeah,
you're talking about a streak. If you bet Colorado in their last 11 games, you're 9-2. Why do you need to add other teams to your parlay? Why do you have to bet a parlay? Why do you have to bet numerous straight bets? When you have streaks like this, aren't you okay just betting $500 on the same team 11 times and going 9-2?
What's wrong with that?
$1,000 better picks up a little under $7,000, Poppy.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, the New York Yankees, despite getting pounded, I ain't going to lie. Hey, listen, I always talk about winning. I had the Yankees on the run line last night. Fucking loser. Felt like a piece of shit. I stuck my head in the sand like a goddamn ostrich. But, it is what it is. Yankees lost last night to Miami, but the Yankees won 4 straight before that. And as you know, I've been getting my money on the Yankees. I just didn't think I would take the loss on a fucking team like this in a game like this, you know?
Yeah. Right now, if the playoffs started, the Yankees and Oakland would be facing off in a 1-game series. Oakland's another team that you've been pounding lately. Who would you have right now if the Yankees and Oakland played?
If the season ended today, I got to go with New York. I mean, you're never going to see me putting big money on Oakland in some fucking high event. I got to go with the Yankees all fucking day long. However, I don't know. The Oakland's been on fire at home. They're one of the hottest, if not the hottest team in baseball, and they're definitely getting the job done. Starting Friday, the Yankees play Baltimore, White Sox, and Detroit. They could pretty much sweep every one of them fucking teams if they wanted to, depending on how lazy are they. Are they at home fucking their girls? What are they doing?
I don't know. I think the Yankees, if they could get healthy right now, playing these teams, could get themselves in a great position to really take over those wild card spots and get some momentum.
I mean, Boston lost 3. Of course, they got a win last night. They lost 3 out of the 4. But that doesn't mean that their team is fucked up. They're tired. Guys, this is baseball. This is a nonstop sport. It doesn't mean they're not doing good. They're just tired. That's when you got to know how to lay off them. When I tell you guys to follow the streak until they lose twice. How many fucking times have I told you that? If you bet in Colorado and they've taken you 9-2 out of 11 games, okay? You bet them one more game, they lose, that takes you 9-3. Bet them the next day, they could win you 4 in a row. However, if they lose, the streak is over. You still picked up 5-6 units on them. They're giving you what you wanted from them.
Correct.
So you got to follow trends. Once again, look at Colorado, look at the Yankees. This is a team that is hard for me to bet because I don't like them and they're streaky, but they are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Cleveland's are 8-2 in their last 10 games. The Indians beat Boston a few games, a series we talked about as a heavyweight matchup. And it looked like they came out on top. Still, though, still tough to bet against Boston down the stretch, though, guys. Like I said, Cleveland mopped them up and this, that, and the other. That doesn't mean I'd be betting top dollar on Cleveland and not fucking with Boston anymore.
I agree. I mean, Cleveland has the Central wrapped up. Boston pretty much has the East wrapped up. So you had 2 teams really, yes, it's a playoff preview possibly, but they really didn't have that much to play for and maybe didn't want to show each other exactly what they had. So you can't put too much stock into that. But Cleveland did go into Boston and win. You have to remember that. But I think if these 2 teams played, I would definitely not count out Boston right now. I don't think they gave their A game.
No, they don't. They were definitely a little bit tired. But once again, I mean, it's still teams bet. Like Boston's still team to bet. Cleveland, Yankees, Colorado, and last but not least, Oakland. As you know, we've talked about Oakland, hot as a fucking pistol, hotter than fish grease, hotter than Khloe Kardashian's pussy at an NBA game. I mean, it doesn't get no hotter. 7-3 in the last 10 games, 4 games against the Twins coming up. I mean, they should be able to pound the fucking Twins. They have to crush the Twins, which I think they could. Because after they play Houston 3 games, Seattle series, then the Bronx Bombers, a stretch that will certainly decide Oakland's fate. So for you people out there that, aren't believing what they've done, or you want to see if they're the real deal, well, we're about to see, because they're about to go through some serious shit.
If they can beat those teams or at least go 500 against those teams, that will impress me, and I think that will probably get them into the playoffs.
It'll set the tone to exactly where they're at. We're going to be able to see where they stand here in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I also do want to point out, we talked about Houston last week with some of their injuries. Jose Altuve's back. Houston has had a rocky start, blew a huge lead to Oakland in the AL West. However, they have come back, won 2 in a row, and this is a team that I expect to get hot again.
Well, that's hot again, right. But right now this is a sports betting show, and it is a shame that Houston isn't on the list because with their talent. However, as of right now, I do not want you betting Houston. The only thing I want to see on your ticket right now for trends is Colorado, Yankees, Cleveland, and Oakland, and we're going to leave it at that. Houston's a team that, let's talk about Houston. Obviously, their players are coming back. I feel that they'll be there at the end. Very strong team. Are they in trouble, or are they going to be able to pull it back together 100%?
They will 100% pull it back. They have all the talent in the world as far as hitting. They're young pitchers. They have veteran pitchers, and maybe their arms are a little bit tired. They have had injuries, but they're coming back right now.
4 of their top offensive players, Poppy. That's huge.
But they're all back now on there. Altuve was the last one on the list. He came back 2 games ago.
Right. So
I expect them to come back now.
What are you looking, about 10 days away from clicking again?
Even sooner.
I don't know about all that. They're a superstar team, but we'll see. And you don't want to mature too quick and then
I agree with
shit
that.
out again at the end again. So
Agreed.
They need to stay focused. Anyway, those are the teams that are hot, ladies and gentlemen. Those are teams that if you're betting teams like you're supposed to, remember, the formula for success in sports betting is money management and discipline. Betting 1 game a day, not every day, and betting the same amount of money on every game, which none of you guys do. I love when I call somebody, what do you normally bet? Depends how I feel. You don't know shit. Doesn't matter how you feel. Your girl, it's just, I ain't going to get into it. Anyway, these are teams that aren't hot that I don't want to see on your ticket at all. Once again, the Kansas City Royals, fucking shit. The Royals have lost 4 straight games and got swept by Tampa Bay. Kansas City with a dismissal negative 224 run differential.
This team should just be perennial on this list because you mention them every week, and if you just play against them every day, you're making tons of cash.
That's what I'm trying to say. We're not just giving out like who's hot and how you can ride the streak, but these are the worst teams in the league that you can go against. Guys, I can only give you so much. I am running a sports consulting service where you're supposed to call and get information. Now, however, I can still give you winners all day long, but when you call me and you spend money, you know how to play them at the right time. You know when to get them in, and you know how to get fucking paid very, very big. Remember, all my clients are going into the season playing with the bookies' money. Are you? Anyway, Kansas City is a team I never want to see on your ticket. However, I kind of do want to see them on your ticket as the opposing team. Because you go against them. Honestly, right now, you can go against Kansas City in every game, and you'll get fucking rich. Let's talk about some unders, okay? And hopefully our listeners are really starting to identify these over-under streaks, because even when I come up in the streets, 2 guys in the gym this morning, hey, Steve, man, Washington or blah, 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 blah. Have you not listened to the fucking show? Like, some of these guys get overpowered with me smoking a joint or me talking shit or me going over some closing statements on how to be a superstar salesman, but they're missing the point. Ladies and gentlemen, these over-under streaks are what's literally making me rich.
Yep. Skip and you have talked all season long about ballparks.
I'm saying, like, over-unders is what's buying the beach house in San Diego.
Right. You guys have talked all season long about divisions, ballparks, where unders, that this season has been under-trending.
Pitcher, umpire matchup. Skip
Correct.
has told you about it non-fucking stop. He's been over this non-fucking stop. He's over in the room just collecting money like a fucking money machine. Guys, don't let the players be the only ones to get paid. Under and overs are huge. I'm going to go over a couple streaks, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. Pirates, 10-1 to the under in the last 11 games. You want to talk about a fucking streak, guys? $1,000 better. Bets the Pirates, the last 11 games are up $9,000. This is more than you're making at your job, guys. Like I said, you can talk, you can be cool, you can be the cool guy at the bar running your mouth, you could be the guy that acts like he doesn't have money, you could be the guy that acts like he bets but really doesn't. How about the guy that actually plays the fucking streak and makes the fucking $9,000?
Correct. What's wrong with that?
Guys, let's take this shit a little bit more serious. You guys out there that have money, let me show you these streaks. I'm not just coming up with them. I've been talking. I give you these streaks when it's in game number 2, game number 3, before the 10-2. You understand? So let me show you how to follow these type of streaks. Pittsburgh's 10-1 to the under in their last 11 games. Pittsburgh was facing the Braves, another team that's been trending to the under as well. Atlanta, 5 straight unders. Out of their last 8 games, 7-1 to the under. These streaks are a lot bigger than teams, guys, and they're a little bit easier on your heart when you're betting big money on them fucking too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Remember, teams to the under, Pirates, Atlanta, and more important, Chicago Cubs is another recent victim of the Pittsburgh pitchers. Chicago bounced back last night, winning 8-2 over sorry-ass fucking Detroit, but the Cubbies only have 3 overs in their last 14 games. 11-3 to the under for the Chicago Cubs, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a good enough trend for you?
Especially in Wrigley Field where you expect the ball to fly out.
But what I'm saying, and Tampa Bay, listen, Tampa Bay 9-2 in 11 games. Tampa Bay just has 2 overs in their last 11 games.
And at the trade deadline, interesting with Tampa Bay, and Skip mentioned it a few shows ago, Tampa had no starting pitchers left on the rotation.
They were pitching the shortstop.
Correct.
Yeah.
And yet they have just 2 overs, so 10-2 to the under on a team with no starting pitcher.
And you don't think Skip's a superstar? Skip just talked about that in the 2-week podcast. Sure enough, the next week they're throwing the fucking shortstop as the pitcher.
Yep.
Shit that he said that just they haven't done in a long time that they're doing again.
And Mike Scioscia got fired, which he's been talking about for years.
Skip finally got Sosa fired. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, teams that are under: Pittsburgh Pirates, Atlanta, the Cubs, and Tampa Bay. If you're betting those teams, like I've told you, in the last 15, 16 days, you're talking about 30 fucking units between these teams.
$1,000
Picking up $30,000 in 2.5 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what else you want, man. This is some real deal shit. We're going to talk about some overs. These are teams that I want you to bet to the over. As you know, the Washington Nationals are either scoring a lot of runs or taking in the ass, not doing shit. That's why they're not a big money team to bet on right now. They're struggling lately, but 5 straight overs with only 1 under in their last 8 games. 7-1 to the over in their last 8 games, Washington.
Speaking of the skipper, he's been still crying out there over last night's walk-off homer against his Phillies.
Yeah, that was...
His Phillies
that was
are in
rough.
trouble now.
Yeah, that was rough. That hurt their confidence. Their dick was in the dirt. That just shoved it in a little bit more.
I think so, yep. Washington 2 in a row.
So if you are going to get out there on the overs, which it's not an over season, like I'm only giving you one team that's going over 7-1. I mean, do the fucking math. I just gave you 5 under teams totaling 30 units in 16, 17 days, but can only find one team to bet over. So why is the fucking public still betting the Yankees in the over, Boston in the over, Houston in the over, out in the over? It's an under league. When you guys going to wake the fuck up? These bookies keep getting rich and rich and rich because you guys are guessing.
Is that why there's new casinos keep going up over here?
That's why they're doing fucking hundreds of millions of dollars. Guys, call me, spin the $100 bill. Let me show you how to do this the right way. Let's start off the season with a fucking bang. Anyway, Forbes 2018 highest paid celebrities.
I think you know. Don't you know number 1?
Number 1, Floyd Money Mayweather. My man, number 1 in front of... Floyd, I love you, homie. I just want to give you the list. You probably already know, but this section's for you, Floyd.
Yeah.
My man, my homeboy, Forbes highest paid celebrity. Kelly, your casino guy's not on here. Your boss of the Hard Rock, you said, is a billionaire that has all this money and he's making all this money. Kelly, your dad's not on here either. But Floyd is.
Floyd was standing right here a few weeks ago. If I
my
remember.
billionaire homeboy is on there as the highest paid celebrity for 2018, period. Floyd Mayweather. You know who he's ahead of? Hey, Floyd, guess who you're ahead of? George Clooney. Kylie Jenner. Can you believe that shit?
21
the
and a
billionaire
billionaire.
girl, Floyd's ahead of her too. Yeah, probably didn't know that one, did you girls? All you guys out there watching E! Entertainment, oh, Floyd's rich. He don't have more than Kylie Jenner with her makeup. Yes, he does. And he made more than her last year when she had her biggest year. How about that? Dwayne Johnson is another one, The Rock. And you know The Rock's been working. Shout out to The Rock. I like every
Judge
fucking thing.
Judy's on the list.
Judge Judy, getting that goddamn money. Anyway, those are just a couple that I was excited that he was Ed Sheridan. I mean, I don't see him. I mean, He's making a lot of money. He's a superstar. But the ones that I was excited about, you got the #1 actor. Kylie Jenner's the one that excited me because she is huge and she made a lot of money.
21 years old, billion, worth more than Kim Kardashian, which would surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, she's the richest Kardashian in the family, if you guys didn't know.
Yep.
Her makeup line is kicking ass and taking fucking names. We're going to do a little bit of entertainment, and then we're going to get out of here because we've really got to the point today. I told you this is our last summertime podcast. The bullshit is over. College football season is here. If you're not going into the season with your fucking bookies money, I'm giving you 1 week to call us to have that opportunity. Either way, it's never too late to call us. Don't get fooled by all these fucking idiots claiming to be us. Don't be fooled by an internet text or an email. Don't be fooled by spending $200. Don't be a cheap fuck. Cheap things aren't good. Good things aren't cheap. And free could be the most expensive word in the goddamn world. Somebody calls you and gives you a free game. You bet $1,000 on it and it loses. Can you tell me what part of free that was, Poppy?
No part of free.
Guys, be smarter than the average fucking bear, would you? Entertainment news brought to you by our boys over there at betonline.ag. Betonline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account using the promotional code ALLDAY. Get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With its money management team together since 1991, BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sporting and event possible. Once you're in line in action, you'll see firsthand why BetOnline.ag has an A+ rating, including the earliest lines and live betting software in the business. And most importantly, fast payouts. BetOnline.ag, because you can. Let's talk about some entertainment, a little bit of college, get the fuck up out of here.
Okay, well, Nicki Minaj, I don't even care about her, but she had a horrible first week on the Billboard charts this week. She started blasting Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner.
She's done. She doesn't have that power no more. She's done. You're done.
I can't stand her. Next story.
Hold on. I'll leave it like this. Women rappers come and go. I've never owned a woman CD. I love women. Love women a lot. Women rappers, I just don't buy their CDs. They're a phase. They come and go. And Nicki, you're done. Don't want to hear your shit no more. You're played out. Nobody's listening to you. You made a lot of money. Just gracefully bow out. Cardi B will do her thing for a couple years, and you won't hear from women for another 2 years.
Couple more stories for you. Post Malone had a great night over at the VMAs.
And almost died on an airplane.
Yeah, he was on an airplane, took off from New York, going to Luton Airport over in London. They blew 2 airport tires. The captain of the plane radioed in that they were about to have an emergency, had to fly around for a few hours to burn off fuel. Luckily, they were able to land in Newburgh, New York at a private airport. No injuries. He was walking around the town taking pictures. Very nice guy, to be honest. And Stinky Feet Scotty actually sent me a video a couple of weeks ago partying at the State Fair over in Cincinnati with Post Malone. So,
well, was he partying with him or stalking him?
Scotty was actually working, got fired for partying with him.
Yeah, so stalking.
So, yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, one thing about me, like I said, celebrities don't get me that excited, and I sure as fuck wouldn't be riding one of their dicks. You know what I mean? You can't be stalking. Let the fucking guys go. You know what I mean? Everybody's normal human beings, man. It's like when somebody comes up to me and treats me like I'm Brad Pitt. Look, dude, I'm a normal person. Like I said, you could approach me at any time. Hollywood came to me. I didn't go to Hollywood.
Right.
You got guys like Vegas Dave that are willing to suck a dick to be on a TV show. Then you guys got a guy like me with talent that gets paid to be in Hollywood.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Two different type of people.
The biggest story, this is breaking news. Somebody in my family actually has the pictures of it. Last evening, Ben Affleck had an intervention, a family intervention, due to alcohol and possible drug use, but it was more alcohol. Jennifer Garner actually did the intervention, and Ben is now checked into a live-in rehab where he's going to be for some time.
And listen, this is straight real paparazzi news. I don't just have some guy reporting shit that's already out. If this podcast airs soon enough, there's a chance they get the information before it even hits TV.
Correct.
Tell them again about Ben Affleck. This is
Correct.
real shit. I know you guys have been seeing him on TMZ, smoking cigarettes, coming out. I thought he was on blow. Supposedly it's just strictly alcohol.
Yeah.
And
Ben is notorious not for always loving paparazzi.
I love that dude.
However, I had a very good relationship when I lived in Los Angeles with him. He was very cool with me. I was very cool with him. Ben is also a guy who likes to gamble. He's a guy who loves sports, so we'd actually have a great time with him.
No doubt. I told you I love the dude.
But Ben has had some problems with some alcohol and substance abuse in the
Who
past.
hasn't?
He's been to rehab before, but lately there's been a lot of reports he's been falling off the wagon. And last night there was an intervention with Jennifer Garner. It was reported that Ben really didn't need any pushing to go. He was more than willing to go. And this morning he stopped at Jack in the Box on the way to the rehab and checked himself into the rehab. He will be there for a while. while, and we can only wish him the best of luck. Hopefully he gets the help he needs because he's a good guy, he's a good dad, and we're rooting for you, Ben.
And a superstar. He's worked his ass off to support himself with a good life, to treat his family and treat himself. Remember, Ben, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. I'll pick up the alcoholism for you till you get out. Fair enough? Anyway, let's talk. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, college football is back. You guys wondering what's popping? Well, almost this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, 4 low-level games are playing this fucking Saturday. For you guys that don't know, college football is Saturday. College football is Saturday. Call now, 877-220-6540. Come aboard for the 7 days for $100. Build a bankroll. I don't want to see you going into the season using your fucking money. After all, you deserve to have the best year you've ever had. You deserve something special. Don't be fooled by these cheap prices and these guys that don't know shit. You sit there and sign up for $50 because you're cheap and you're getting information from a guy that's sitting in his underwear at the house. I don't think you're going to like that. Anyway, you got 4 level games on Saturday. Then next Thursday, you got more games and some good teams in action, like UCF, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, and then next weekend, Labor Day, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, filled with all your top-ranked marquee matchups in college football. Let me explain something to you. Don't you remember college football is the reason why I ended up on CNBC? I make more money in college football than any other sport in the world. I am documented the #1 consultant in college football. 71.2% the entire fucking season. You find somebody that's better than me, and I'll show you a liar. Nobody wins the way that I do. Like I said, I'm the only sports consultant in history to land on CNBC, documented by the Business Financial Network. Why? Because it's the stock channel, and it was my job to show America that there's more money to be made in sports betting than the stock market. These Michael Jordan of the businesses, which I'm the Michael Jordan of the sports business, but these guys claim to call Michael Jordan the stock, they're making you 30% on a year if you're lucky. The average people are getting 10%. Remember, I'm bringing people back 300% and 400% return on their money every single week. College football's here. We couldn't be more excited. Our clients are starting off with a fucking bang, and so should you. We're going to be celebrating all week next week. Hamburgers, hot dogs. We got fucking cheerleaders in the parking lot. We're giving out absolute blowout winter shirts. We're giving out the VIP poker chips. I'm all about my chips, and so should you. Wake up to get your fucking cake up. VIP is on fire right now, and like I said, let's go have the best season we've ever fucking had. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any other investment. It's $1 trillion industry, and you deserve your fair share. Don't let these fucking players be the only ones to get paid. You deserve yours too, and you fucking know it. On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, my super celebrity star fill-in, Paparazzi, I appreciate everything you've done.
No problem.
You've been a great host. You guys be looking forward to the Big Skipper, the VIP Sports podcast, getting focused for football. And remember, my mind is on my money, and my money's on my mind, and so should yours. We love you. See you.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the Ghost Flow. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Byron.